I go around universities and have challenging conversations, and because that's what is so important to our country, is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
As many already know, just yesterday Charlie Kirk was doing his thing, debating with the other side when he was assassinated. I was at work when my coworker showed me the video without my consent, and not that I'm mad at him, but I was left to mull it over throughout just about the entirety of my shift. As I say time and time again, I don't like to get political here, apart from my Hassan Piker shit pieces, I guess. But I love America, and Charlie loved America too, so that makes us kindred spirits. Now you won't be surprised to find that a lot of the reactions to his passing have been, well, inappropriate is the most generous definition of this. These people are animals.
Breaking news, Charlie Kirk was in the neck. There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people. So on behalf of everybody else, I got this shit.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fanta-Fascist's favorite 5-mile-wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
Killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow. That's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view.
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time. But
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
yes.
Try not to get all pulled up into that, but he was a misogynist. He was a disgusting person with disgusting beliefs.
Yo, that's crazy. See, that's why you don't share your opinions in a giant crowd like that. That's why you shut your fucking mouth. That's why you just don't speak. That's why you don't speak unless you're right. That's why right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's funny. But I didn't like what he said, and I didn't like his opinions, and I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
I get freedom of expression, but is it wrong to want legal punishment for this? How is this not an endorsement of violence? Whether you like him or not, Charlie Kirk was an intellectual, a gentleman, and an eloquent speaker. He unpoisoned the minds of many misguided young men and women, and did so with the patience of a saint. You will be hard-pressed to find a moment in his career of debate where he lost his temper with anyone. He sought to build bridges where others sought to sow division, and we can all learn from his example. Charlie Kirk was respected by millions, and he had love for everyone, even his enemies and rivals in matters of political debate. Now, the slander did not stop at the woke lobotomites I have the displeasure of calling my fellow Americans. While I am saddened by Charlie Kirk's assassination, there is a silver lining, a sliver of joy I wanted to share with you, though it could never replace the hole that his passing left in the heart of America.
He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
Matthew Dowd, to imply that he is responsible for his own death instead of the psychopath behind the sniper. I can think of nothing more sickening than this. I was hoping to find this man out of a job, and thankfully this prayer came true. I do not know how he reacted to this. I could genuinely see Matthew either being indifferent towards this, as if MSNBC knew they'd have to fire someone over the so irresistible opportunity to slander a political enemy on national TV. Or he could have been enraged because he's so narcissistic he genuinely doesn't see anything wrong with what he said. Sadly, I can believe both possibilities. But Matthew Dowd's termination is a sliver of joy in a dark time. He absolutely deserved it, and that's something we need to talk about. There is some serious cultural rot in America, and this right here, it needs to stop. To the people who make these posts, you are not being slick. The people know what you are doing, the government knows what you are doing, and you know what you are doing. And if you continue to play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes. You are advocating for the end of life of another human being, and this cannot be allowed to continue. These kinds of tweets and this kind of rhetoric that relies on implication needs to be removed for free speech rights. How is this not an endorsement and an incitement of violence? Sure, they say I'm not encouraging any of this, but you know damn well that they are. Why would you bring that to someone's attention if that's not what you wanted them to fixate upon? This is dangerous speech and it will lead to more violence. In less than a month, we've had a school shooting, a brutal stabbing of a Ukrainian refugee by a sick and unwell man who had no business walking free, and now the public assassination of an outspoken political figure. My fellow Americans, our culture and our safety is under attack. Do not look at Europe and think it could never be us. Our problems are alive and well. It might be easy to think, well, that can never be me. But you don't know that. Someone could be attacked tomorrow and it could be your sister or your brother or your mother or your friend or your coworker or your father or your cousin. The blood is being spilled at every echelon of American society. This is your reminder to stay safe because we are living in some dark and horrifying times. Protect the women and yes, even the men in your life that you hold near and dear because you don't know how much worse it can get. And if you have actual family members celebrating any of this, then you have my condolences. I'll put it bluntly, you got a fucked up family. At any rate, I would encourage anyone and everyone with actual fucking empathy and not this fake left-wing radical compassion that is far from compassion to send love and light to Charlie's family and to pray for Charlie Kirk's soul. These people took him out because they were afraid of the truth. They were afraid of civil discourse. They were afraid of his narrative.